Hey, how's it going, everybody? Here back again with another review for you. I just watched uh, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. Now, this is directed by the talented, legendary George Miller himself. He actually directed the original Mad Max films. I believe back in the 80s. I think that's when they came out, was the 80s. Now, I think I've seen Mad Max before, the older ones that star Mel Gibson. I just don't remember much about them. I think I might have seen just the first one. I've seen more than one of them. I can't remember. My thing was to go back and marathon them. So I was never really like a big Mad Max fan. I actually missed Fury Road too, which I'm gonna go back and watch, and I might review Fury Road because I've been thinking about reviewing older films that I haven't reviewed. So this movie here, Mad Max Fury Road. So like I said, I'm not a Mad Max fan at all. So what is this movie about? Well, first of all, let's talk about the stars in here. So, of course, it stars Anya Taylor-Joy. You know, she's just been cast in a lot of stuff. She's that it actor where they just put her in anything up and coming at this point. She's been in so many movies. I actually reviewed a movie with her. I think it was The Menu. I think it was The Menu that I reviewed with her in it. So it's her. Chris Hemsworth is in here. I think those are the only two actors I really know in this movie. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy, and so she is this young girl. Her name is Furiosa, and she gets kidnapped by these biker bandits out in the wasteland. So this is a post-apocalyptic, of course, series of movies. It's really grungy. Really has a really grungy, dirty kind of look to it, which I did. I did actually kind of enjoy with this. So if you look kind of look at this movie, pretty much, it is a post-apocalyptic film, like I said, with some pretty extravagant set pieces. Honestly, like I said before, I'm a Borderlands fan, so I kind of see where Borderlands got its influences. Looking at some of these sets, the vehicles, just all the stuff in general is kind of nice. But now, not only is this like a post-apocalyptic film, this is also a revenge story. It's at its core, it is a basic revenge story. So like I said, Furiosa, she gets kidnapped by these bikers, this biker gang, and like these bandits, and pretty much they take her and they pretty much raise her. They pretty much basically raise her. And she goes to she gets rescued by her mom, and she is forced to pretty much sit there and witness her mom get murdered. So that happens pretty early on in the movie. It's not really a spoiler. And this is head by Chris Hemsworth, who does play the villain, and I actually like Chris Hemsworth in here. I don't really see him too often as a villain. I mean, every time you see him, he's a good guy. You know, he's famously known as Thor, and the Marvel movies. He was in that really terrible, forgettable Men in Black film. So like, he's always the good guy though. So it was kind of cool to see him, like he's a villain. He's kind of like a cult leader a little bit. He's pretty much he no he is a cult leader in this movie. Like he's a little, I don't know, he's a little incompetent at times. But he has a really good backstory. Like I mean, like once they get to him, and there's this really cool part, and it's after like this really amazing chase sequence. And honestly, I'll say shout out to George Miller for these chase scenes. Like these are some of the best chase scenes I've seen in a movie in a while, man. And like I said, you gotta think. I haven't watched. I said it at the beginning of the review, but I haven't seen a Mad Max movie um, since maybe the first one. You know, and I barely remember that movie. This is technically like my kind of, in a way, this is my first Mad Max film. And I don't know, man. I just like the really colorful characters. Uh, like I say, and again, it reminds me of Borderlands, because Borderlands, I know it was inspired by these movies. So you have these larger than life characters. You know, you have your main heroine. You know, she's out to, like I said, she's out to get vengeance for her mother's murder. Uh, and it's just a really colorful, like wasteland type setting, and it works, man. Like uh and so and there's a reason why they kidnapped Furiosa too. I probably won't spoil it, but there is a reason why they do kidnap her too, and that reasoning makes sense. uh Now, uh, there's a lot of directors I think that fall off when they get to a certain age. Um, I think Tim Burton is one of them. I think uh, Francis Ford Coppola has too. That's until I see Megapolis, because I will review that too. So, like, once I see that, I'll tell you what I think about that too. Uh, that's the dude that made Jack with Robin Williams, and that was not a good movie. So, like, out of all the older directors who haven't fallen off, in my opinion, as far as I can think of right off the top of my head, there might be more. Um, is Martin Scorsese, because every time that dude makes a movie, it's an Oscar-winning film, and or I'd say a masterpiece even. And George Miller, man, this dude is 79 years old, and just the way he made this movie, man. These Mad Max movies, and like I said, I still have to watch Fury Road too, because I actually heard Fury Road was pretty good. The way he makes he puts like a lot of effort, a lot of heart, and everything into this movie, because this movie is just really good, man. I was enjoying myself the entire time watching it, and it's a crime too, because this movie actually didn't do well in theater. I actually made a YouTube short video on that, but yeah, this movie did not do well in theaters at all, and I almost feel like I hate when good movies don't do well in theater. That's the thing, and maybe I think I'm part of that problem too, because I didn't go see this in theater. Because again, you know, I'm just not. Every time I see a Mad Max trailer, I'm usually looking another direction, which is weird to me, because like I said, I like Borderlands so much, and just watching this movie compared to the Borderlands movie, this was the better Borderlands movie. So this was the Borderlands movie that should have been Borderlands. So I didn't get that, you know, but this is a PG-13 movie too. So Borderlands really had no excuse to not be as good as it was. Uh, but no, like I said, the acting is good down the board. Anya Taylor-Joy, like I said, I like her as Furiosa. You know, she's out to get her revenge, you know, for her mother's murder. Uh, and you know, she meets, who's that guy that she met? I can't remember his name. Uh, I don't remember a lot of the names of the characters in here. I just remember Furiosa, and what was Chris Hemsworth's name was Dementis. Yeah, and he rules a place called Gastown. So, and Dementius, what he's trying to do, is he's basically trying to take over, um, the place where's that guy's name? Immortan Joe. Yeah, Immortan Joe. So because the Citadel has more resources, so um, basically Chris Hemsworth's character, he's just like a dictator, man. Like when he stakes claim anywhere, he just wants to take it over. He just wants to come out and easily just take it over. So his plan is to just take over all parts of the wasteland. He's the leader of this place called the Gasland, but he wants to pretty much take over the wasteland as a whole. Um, I was uh, yeah, Tom Burke is the guy. He played Praetorian Jack, and he's pretty much like the love interest for Furiosa. So no, this like I said, this is a good movie. Even though the plot is really basic, it is a very straightforward plot. I think what raises this script and this material says that is the actors, what George Miller was able to get out of these actors, because I felt even when the given emotional scenes and stuff like that too, I felt the emotion coming out of the actors in this. Uh, Seriously, I really did. There's this really emotionally charged scene between Chris Helmsworth's character. Um, Man, I keep forgetting his character's name. Uh, Dementis, right? Yeah, between Dementis and Anya Taylor Joy's character, Furiosa, and it was just a really intense scene, and I really liked it. Uh, and Demetrius is just crazy. He's insane. So this is the wasteland. So there's really no law or anything like that. Other than what Demetrius has in store, and some of the torture methods he uses, it's crazy. It is insane. Like I said, he's basically a warlord. He's a cult leader. But no, this is a really good movie, really solid film. Uh, so I'm might be going a little bit higher than what people may think about this. I don't know, maybe people like this as good as I did. Like I say, again, it flopped in theater, which saddens me when a movie doesn't do that well. Um, I know I felt the same way about Scott Pilgrim when that didn't do good in theater. So, but and Scott Pilgrim was a good movie. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a high recommend. Please go see this one. Uh, it is on streaming right now. That's how I was able to see it. But definitely check this out, man. This is a very good movie. So this is Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. Uh, so if you liked it or whatever, tell me what you thought about it in the comments section. Maybe you didn't like this movie, you know. Like I said, this movie is crazy. It's over top and it's fun. Even as simple as basic as the story is, it it even delivers on that too. So definitely check this one out. Again, Furiosa, Mad Max Saga. Uh, yeah, definitely check it out. And I will see you guys in the next video.